This news update is brought to you by
This is the 6 p.m. Barbados Today update for Wednesday, July the 9th, 2014. A warm welcome to you. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Our top story at this hour: 5 houses destroyed and another 3 slightly damaged in a major fire in Thomas Gap, Westbury Road, St. Michael this afternoon. It's unclear how the blaze started.
So little youngs come in and tell me get out, and them start to drove out.
Police also had to be called in to control members of an angry mob who were reportedly upset with the police's treatment of a resident in the same area.
She don't get no trouble, no, nothing, so no, she don't trouble nobody. That's what got me, that they say to me that the police pitch.
In other news now, police have charged a 3rd man from the Ivy in connection with recent shooting incidents in that community. 19-year-old Evan Rahim Andre Jordan of 1st Avenue, Skeets Road, appeared in the District A Magistrates Court today charged with wounding with intent, endangering life and use of a firearm. Jordan was remanded to jail until August the 6th. 20-year-old David Nathaniel Lynch and 23-year-old Jamel Ashby, both of the Ivy, were also charged and remanded in relation to ongoing investigations into the Ivy incidents. And one of the largest church groupings in Barbados has written Finance Minister Chris Sinclair calling for a review of the controversial municipal solid waste tax. Bishop of the Pentecostal Assemblies of the West Indies, the Reverend Jerry Seal, tells Barbados Today this afternoon that the umbrella organization, also known as PAWI, informed the minister that its charities were also being adversely affected by the levy. Reverend Seal explained that the organization, which represents 25 assemblies across the island, has started to divert some of the funds allocated to assisting the poor and needy to paying the tax, which so far requires some churches to fork out tens of thousands of dollars.
With everything that our people are going through, we have been trying to step up to the plate and increase what we do to assist members and even non-members. And now we have to divert money towards this tax that could have continued going to assist people. And I wondered if it was really thought through, all the ramifications of this blanket tax over everybody. We're not in a position where we have any cemeteries, but I understand even cemeteries and so on are attracting the tax. So that's one area of concern. The other area of concern is you have members who have lost their jobs, yet still being asked to pay these taxes. It's a bit challenging.
Meanwhile, Industry and Commerce Minister Donville Inniss says there's too much moaning and groaning over the tax. Inniss says while he understands the concerns of property owners and businesses about the levy, the country is in need of more revenue and taxing is an effective way of achieving that goal. He, however, noted that the concerns merit that the government takes a second look at the tax. Inniss was speaking to reporters on a tour of McBride Caribbean Limited in recognition of its 25th anniversary. In sports, a final round loss by world champion Ronald Suki King in a White Dyke line handed Italian Sergio Scarpetta the advantage in the quest for the go-as-you-please draft world title being played in Italy. King now trails 1-2 in the competition and must win at least one of the 4 remaining games to tie the series. Failing to do this, this could see King surrendering the title that he has held since 1991.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
To news from around the region now, Dominica records over a dozen new cases of HIV/AIDS. According to coordinator of the National Response Program for HIV/AIDS, Julie Frampton, last year the country had 15 new cases. 10 of those cases were men between ages 24 and 49. Frampton says the trend is cause for concern as the island is seeing a male-dominated epidemic with over 70% of cases. Dominica has recorded some 410 cumulative cases of the virus since the first HIV/AIDS case was reported back in 1987. And finally, on the international scene, at least 5 people are reported dead after ferocious storms whipped through eastern New York. Authorities were on the ground today trying to rescue people trapped under the rubble of homes, even as weather officials were trying to figure what type of system affected the states.
Heavy wind and rain pummel central New York as severe storms sweep across the Northeast, spawning at least 3 tornadoes, destroying homes and killing at least 5 people, including 1 child. The powerful storms downed power lines, cracked utility poles, and uprooted massive trees, leaving over 400,000 people without electricity this morning. In Maryland, the storm moved in quickly, killing 1 child at church camp who was trapped under a tree and injuring 8 others as they ran for safety. In Syracuse, New York, homes almost completely leveled, leaving 4 dead and authorities still searching door to door for survivors.
On that note, we come to the end of our 6 p.m. update, but we will be back tomorrow at 7 in the morning. But until then, you can log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, or like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a great evening.
This news update is brought to you by